Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. We don't really see a lot of price movement, but the price has further declined overnight. Not too much though, there isn't really massive price movement. So the analysis from yesterday still stands, but just a word of warning I want to really issue in every video today, as we have a very unclear situation. Apparently all the FTX funds are currently leaving whatever was left. That's at least as far as I've heard on Twitter and on several crypto news pages, and they do advise everybody to delete their phone app and to not open the website because they're apparently they think about possibly some malware. It's not entirely clear yet if it is a hack where all the funds are suddenly leaving the exchange, unusual activity, or if it is just insider, backdoor, let's say, activity, which is probably also criminal, but who knows. So I just wanted to issue that word of warning. You'll find all these news on Twitter and websites. I decided not to make a separate video on it because it doesn't really fit a TA channel, but obviously I've updated everybody on Telegram and Discord. We had some discussions around it, but important is that you best not to update your phone app and best to delete it, FTX, and not to open the website. As they state, there could be some malware that tries to get your other keys or whatever. By the way, also recommended, I haven't seen that anywhere, but I'm thinking if you use, and this is anyway something you should never do, but if you use the same email password combination on several exchanges, on FTX and maybe other websites, emails or whatever, I would change all my passwords because you never know what kind of information these guys can get hold of, right? So be careful with that. Okay, let's take a look at Solana. The situation is still that we're here looking potentially at lower lows. At least there is currently no confirmation that a low is in. So we talked about this yesterday, that from the all-time high, the move continued to the downside in a WXY pattern. So basically a more complex correction, WXY. We're now in the Y wave, and the Y wave consists of A, B, C. And this move in the C wave, so we are basically in the C wave, consists of 5 waves as well. And here we've got a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, which has probably been finished, the wave 4, in which we probably are at the moment, and the wave 5 still to come. We talked about possible targets between $10 to $5. I don't think it's actually possible to specify that much further at this stage because there is no clear sign that, let me zoom in, there is no clear sign that this fourth wave in which we currently are has indeed topped. There is no clear sign. You will probably only get a real sign as soon as we're dropping below that B low there, and that is at 1333. That would be a, let's say, confirmation that indeed we have topped in wave 4. At the moment, I'd like to see here one more leg up because the move down appears to be very corrective. Now, that could be a good sign. That could actually mean that we have seen here some kind of a reversal, let's say an impulse, but it's not an impulse because I can't count 5 waves up. But at least it could be, let's say, a diagonal to the upside. So if you see a move up and the following retracement is corrective, it would usually suggest that we're going to go up impulsively. But the problem here is that this move up was corrective, this move down is corrective. So my conclusion is that this is a WXY pattern, and I would expect one more leg up. Yeah, of course not guaranteed. So therefore I'm saying if it goes really below, let's say $13.30, which is the wave B low, then you have basically your confirmation that it's heading further down, and then I would be looking at support areas of $10 and $15. Nothing I would touch at the moment, very honest with you. I talked about that. And from here, a target to the upside if we talk about a wave Y. So we can take the length of the W wave and we add it to the low of the X wave, and the latest target would be $21.09. That's the first target, the 1-to-1 ratio. In something more bullish, we could even be looking at $25. That is the 1.618 extension. And in that region, we would expect, so either two of these are valid targets, yeah, both of them. And if we look at the retracements, it's a very similar story. You would be looking at 2 more retracement levels. So there's just different ways of calculating targets. There is one, so you can see that in this possible fourth wave, We've reached the minimum already at 1892. That's the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement. The ideal target would be the 38.2% Fib retracement, 38.2% Fib retracement at $22.77. That would be the ideal level. And then the maximum is 25.88. That would then also go beyond the 1.618 extension of wave W, the wave Y target. And if we get above that level, which is above the 50% retracement, then you are really looking here at something different than a wave 4, because then it's going up too much basically to be a wave 4, right? And then we might be actually already, so that's why I said as soon as we get above 25, let's say $25.80, well, above that level really, plus minus a few cents, then we are really looking at a reversal with higher likelihood, because then it's just getting unlikely it's still a wave 4. But at the moment for me the general trend is still down. There isn't really any evidence this has stopped. Okay, and no, I didn't want to delete this. Let me just go back. And also, you know, we looked at the VRVP here, the historical volume. You can see, if I have to zoom out for that, that there's a lot of resistance really in that region up here around the $33 level. That's historical volume, so really we need to get above that to really confirm a breakout. So that's more of a target that's further away. And if we look at key support areas, so I think we talked about that yesterday as well. If I really zoom out of the entire chart, the biggest support area is really starting down here at $5. So it is far away. I made TAs in the past that, you know, showed targets of around $10 to $5 for Solana, but I dismissed them as unrealistic. But you can see how in crazy situations, if the fundamentals change, these price targets in the end can be reached. So let's see if we get there. For me, there's no sign that this is over yet with Solana. The contagion is still spreading of FTX, and we've had obviously this FTX hack issue now as well, or insider trading, or not insider trading, but insider activity. So we can't be careful enough. Really, if you're interested in getting a hardware wallet, you can follow the links in the description. They lead you to Trezor or Ledger. I use both because I've been using a hardware wallet since I've been in this space. Yes, it's always a little bit of additional work, but the alternative is that all your funds get, let's say, stolen. And you know, I'm seriously thinking of doing much more trading on decentralized exchanges in the future, because we can't be careful enough. Okay, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.